We first met in 2012 and started dating. I was serving the army since 2010. We've always had some problems in our relationship.
Too many parties, nights out, many drinks, things like that.
I started suffering from panic attacks and I couldn't stand to be in the dark.
He saw figures or other things because these things happen in his life at all the same time. He started to suffer from depression. At the moment, I started looking for help because I knew right then that there was something wrong.
I came to this critical condition and it was so bad I wanted to kill myself. I started taking prescription drugs, but nothing seemed to help me with my problem. These were times of pure desperation. Finally, in 2013, Daniela was invited to start going to church, to the Grace of God Church.
I went there seeking for help, trying to solve not only his problem, but my life too. And when I first sat there, I made up my mind and felt this is where I belong.
On that day, I was on duty at the military service holding a rifle. And she called me and said that she went to church, right? That she felt good about it and wanted me to go too. And at that moment, I lost my temper, I became very angry. I told her I wasn't going, that I didn't want to give my life to Christ. Now, after I turned off the phone, it was a moment when I felt this wish, this desire to kill myself. I thought it was the best moment to put an end to all those problems, in my life. But a few minutes later, she called me again, asking me again to go to the church.
I said, listen, I found a solution for our problems and I found a place where we'll be able to change everything in our lives.
At that moment, I finally overcame that feeling and I told her I was going to the church. As time went by, I started going to church regularly and I began feeling things changing in my life as I got closer to God, having a closer connection with Him, and so I started to feel better from my depression. Every time I went to church, I felt like some heavy burden was being taken off. I was able to actually change my life.
I'd say that in 1 or 2 weeks, the Holy Spirit already started talking to us about our behavior.
I went down in the waters in the end of 2013. Everything I was carrying on my shoulders, everything that was keeping me from growing, disappeared at the moment I went down in the water.
I went down into the water at the church in 2013.
In the beginning of 2014, I left the military service. A few months later, I got a job at the state's power supply franchise.
I worked in the expedition area at a brokerage firm and I decided to quit to open my own business in the area of sweet pastries.
And soon after that, we finally started to think and make plans for our future. We decided to look for a house.
That period lasted about 2 years and 8 months or so, including dating, get engaged, and then our marriage.
Alvaro and Daniela get married in 2015 and buy a house.
It is a 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, the living room, kitchen. Today we have our own home. Today we have a motorcycle. Today we have our own car. Today I live a blessed marriage. Today I have a wife who is my true companion.
I can say with all my heart that God has completely changed and transformed his life.
I never thought about taking my own life again, Today I know Christ has given me a new opportunity, so believe Him because there is a solution, and that solution is Christ through the Word of God. Through God's presence, you will be able to find a solution to your life.